Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a beautiful message for the sign of Virgo. Guys, this message is for July 2021. Keep in mind it's a general, so take what you feel resonates for you. Disregard the rest. You'll know this on a soul level, I feel like, as well, if it's for you. If it's not, just click away with love. My friends, for all my subscribers, I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I'm truly grateful that you're here with me. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. If it's your first time, thanks for stopping by. If you'd like to hit subscribe, join the journey with me, and let me encounter your energy more often, join my tribe, I'd love to have you guys along. So before I get started as well, I just want to say that no matter what messages do come in, whatever you feel is right in your heart, that's what you need to do, and that's what you need to let resonate. So if it doesn't agree with you, don't worry about it, go about your day. But no matter what messages, like I said, come through, it's still up to you and your active free will and the choices you make and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. And again, that to me, if you've been with me for a while, that's personal freedom, personal power, and it lies at the tips of your fingers and at the soles of your feet, my friends. So trust and believe in who you are and the power that you have to be able to accomplish your dreams. So before I also get in, I'm just going to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Michael to join us, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would like to be here for the entire collective watching. I'd love to have them along as long as they're here for the highest good of all of us watching. So I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself. Ooh, I hear witches ancestors coming too. Please join in, Winnie witchy ancestors that again would be here for our highest good and of love and light. And I heard there may be some shadow work as well, but wow, this is lots coming in already. But I'm going to ask them anyway that they guard us, or guide us and guard us, and are here for messages that are in the clearest form possible from here on out there for our highest good. So I'm actually going to deviate from what I've been doing and just go intuitively on what we're going to go first. Here is the Chakra of Wisdom Tarot. So there's a message coming through for whoever this is for. These two cards, I don't know what they are, but they wanted to come out, and this flew out. So we're going to also look at, I was going to say the bottom of the deck, but they just flew everywhere. And the only card, so they showed me the Eight of Cups on the ground with the Ten of Cups that was under it not being shown. So there may be something that's really, really wonderful in your world, and you could be completely happy, but either we're blocking it right now or we don't see it yet, I think is what's happening, because something needs to be released before that happens with the Eight of Cups here. So you've got something very, very rooted, something very happening in your physical world and affecting you, right? That we need to let go of to move on. And once I feel like you accept yourself and love yourself and see the beauty within yourself, and really, I heard like practice those self-care things. Take care of yourself to a point where you're radiating out, baby. You're shining and you're happy and you're strong with who you are. You don't need anybody else to prove your worth, is what I'm hearing. And I want to show you the back of these cards again, because you see this beautiful, bright, beautiful, shining star, that gorgeous light. That's you. And that's something that I feel like is going to emanate out of your heart space once you're feeling whole and like you again. And what I picked up was the Six of Swords. So for some of you, that's what was also out on the table. So moving past a situation, mental blockage, could be a discussion, could be ways of thinking, moving past even difficult ways of thinking. You have the King of Wands here, could be an, I hear fire sign, so Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. We are almost in, I'm not sure, we're on the cusp of Leo right now. I'm recording on the 22nd of July, so I'm not quite sure. And then you also have the Magician. So somebody could be, I heard, meddling in affairs, but this is a pretty strong person, pretty passionate person. This could even represent you in some way. It doesn't have to be another person, but I feel like it's somebody who gets things done, is what I heard, or wants to get things done and has the power to achieve these goals. And what this means is we're working with everything we have, okay? So there was 4 cards on the floor, and my cat is here, so if you see Mr. Snugs, you know, he just wants to say hi. So we have here the King of Cups, and this could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could be another person. There could be, I heard, 2 lovers for some of you. So if this is coming into relationships right now, there could be a relationship that needs to go before that we can move on. Or this is really wanting to manifest. What are you trying to manifest? You're trying to manifest, I heard, the man in your dreams for some of you. For some of you, it is wanting to bring yourself into whole alignment We're going to clarify those kings, though. The Ace of Wands was on the floor. There's definitely a masculine, I heard, entity or presence here. The Hierophant. Your truth, your spiritual truth. For some of you, this could be marriage as well. For some of you, really, I heard like renewing your marriage as well, because once we move past difficult ways of thinking or ways that may have been clouded by previous judgments or unhealedness, we come to a point where, we realize that we're actually pretty gifted and we're pretty talented, we're pretty awesome. All those things, hopefully, whatever negative thinking, I hope you feel these things. I hope you feel gifted and talented, and I hope you feel the possibility of being able to manifest your desires to a point where you are happy and you are content and you are whole and beautiful and at peace with yourself. And this doesn't mean that everything's going to be friggin' sunshine and roses every day, but just as a state of living, you're enjoying life. So if that part doesn't resonate for you right now, this is where I think it's really important to really heal our wounds, is what I heard. Really encounter those wounds. For some of us, I heard it's for the first time that we're even encountering these wounds, or we're seeing situations from a different point of view. They're asking me to share an experience. So I apologize if I talk too fast. There's a lot of messages coming in at once. But the experience they're wanting me to show you is when we view a situation one way. So we're angry at the person. We may hold a grudge with another person. We may feel really, really hurt. Some of us right down to the core over situations that happen that were out of our control. And, when we hold this grudge, we're creating the situation in our head, right? When we talk to the other person eventually, or when we can come at peace about the situation, we may find that what happened was we were triggered. And we reacted with the way that we've always reacted because of some wounded, hurt part of us. And then we realized that that was not the situation at all, but we saw it through the lens that we saw it through at the time. When we change that lens, that difficult way of thinking, it really does lead way to something new, because you're not now feeling like there was something lacking in you and hurt over the situation, because it's completely different. It transforms. And here is the place where we don't want to feel like, if somebody makes you feel like there's something lacking within you, this is the place where what I'm really hearing is, my friends, walk away from that situation. If, there's a place and time where some things just can't be healed. And for some of you, this may be the truth of the situation. For others of you, if it's a marriage and things like that, this is where it's going to come to the two of you. Like, what do you really want? And I think where, again, some of you, I think, may have two options. But I think that this is also, really learning to connect to. We have the power with the King of Wands and the Magician, that power to connect with each other. There's sometimes when we're not healed, we may think that, again, we're going about life the proper way, and then we realize how maybe, again, like if with this example they're giving me of like seeing the situation again and realizing that wasn't really what happened, right? You may have painted it, and maybe you didn't. Right? And what we have to understand about this situation is when we have interactions with people, disagreements, discussions, fights, when people react, maybe they were triggered too. Maybe they took it a certain way because of an experience that happened to them in the past and the way that they think. There's a lot of different ways that we can feel, right? So something needs to be let go of, because once it is, something wonderful is on the horizon. I heard it's peeking around the corner. Princess of Cups was here. So this could be a water sign. This could be a younger person, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But this is sort of a message of love. You see that cup there? A lot of us, that is for ourselves. That is being like, you know what? We're pulling together our passion. Because when we learn to let go of things that have hurt us or that we've held on to, even self-sabotage or belief systems that have hurt us, that have kept us small, once we get rid of that, we realize, man, I don't have to feel that way. Things open up for you, and this is a brand new way of loving ourselves. So one thing I was hearing, okay, is if you don't feel like every day is wonderful and you don't want to get up in the morning, I mean, that's not every day is going to be wonderful. But if you are in a state of depression or something like that, there's some things that we can do. And I mean, it's hard to drag your ass out of the couch or out of bed some days. But force yourself. Give yourself a list of 3. Eat breakfast, drink some water, take a shower. Move on from there, right? Find the joy in life again. Find something that makes you happy. I'm all about talking about exercise right now, but get yourself out for a walk. Get your heart rate up. Dance. Do something to feel your body and move in the rhythm of your body and feel present in this body. The 2 kings, we're going to clarify, right? Tell me about the 2 kings, please. More so the King of Wands and the Magician, I feel like that's you, your fire, your passion. This could be sexual, this could be romantic, this could be a business venture and something brand new. I feel like whatever it is, it's going to bring you a lot of joy, but passion as well with this Ace of Wands. There's something great once we let go of the stuff that's not so great. But to remember that that's the root. These are roots. So whatever this fire is, it's here to stay. For some of you, I heard this is releasing fire magic and understanding your fire magic and knowing it's within you. It's one of these elements that the magician has at their disposal. They have sword for understanding, pentacles for being grounded, the cups for our heart and our emotions, and your fire and your passion. And there's a little moth back there, and when I was the moth, I was thinking in your connection to spirit. Those are the 5 sacred things: air, fire, water, earth, ether. There comes a point where when you ground yourself and you know what you're working with and you know your worth and you're accepting of this almighty power that you hold in your divine manifestation plan in your world, maybe it doesn't always look as you think it is, but trust yourself in the direction you want to go. Trust yourself with your heart and your own emotions and your understanding and feelings that you can understand your emotions. If you don't feel like right now you could even put how you feel into words, that's fine. Sync with it for a while. You don't have to express that right away, but what I heard is if there's a heaviness or a burden on your heart, my friends, there's where we need to let it go. So I'm going to pull, first off, we'll clarify that King of Cups. Asia's on the bottom of This is the Past Life Oracle by Doreen Virtue. There could be a situation if you have been to Asia, if you're in Asia. There could be landmarks, there could be understandings. Buddha could be a very big symbol for you as well. Yellow here, but there could be something tied to a past life, a past situation, an experience. It could mean there's a place that you need to go, but this inspiration as well, this King of Wands, could be that you're getting inspiration. And maybe some of you want to write a book. Maybe it's saying it's going to be in Asia. Use me as your muse. But like, I'm thinking of serendipity. I was watching Dogma the other night. If any of you haven't watched it, it's pretty good. You should check it out. But that's where I was just thinking about the muse, right? Because sometimes spirit is there our muse. That's what the information comes, and it comes out here. So if you get an idea, spirit may be trying to talk to you. So let's put that down, and I'm going to clarify the King of Cups, please. Thank you. And so you have the Ace of Cups. Pretty sexy, my friends. The Chariot. And the Six of Coins. Some of you maybe, I heard, getting back together with someone, and this could be a person from your past. For others of you, this is a new person, and this is definitely moving on. This could be a Cancer in your world as well. For the Chariot, and this card is so beautiful. It's so magical. It's etheric, and she's holding her solar plexus. Some of you, this could be a baby, but I feel like more this is movement happens when we believe in ourselves. We're moving into a point where we believe in ourselves. Ace of Cups, we own our own heart first. So we know when a relationship is with us. If they're bringing us joy, if they're bringing things and adding to our world but not always a drain, we know that that might be something worth exploring. I feel like there's something important here about that give and take and reciprocity, knowing that, again, this is their idea of not wanting to fix someone. I did the Aquarius reading just before this one, and there was something about in there about, we're not in relationships to fix someone. Let people be as they're presenting themselves, is one of the things I'm hearing right now, okay? So it doesn't mean that you may see through different things, but if you see wounding, it's not your responsibility to dig in there and try and reach in those crevices. People heal at different paces, but this is also a point of, I feel like it's more important to be real with each other. And for you at this point, rather than if you have in the past like gravitated towards people that need more healing, this is a point where I think it's time to let that rotation go and to be on a place of more like, well, we're totally at peace with ourselves, and when we can love ourselves fully and wholly and accept who we are shining that freak light out bright, and other people who want and desire those beautiful qualities within your soul are going to be able to see you. If you mask it, how can they find your light, my friends? So moving on to something in your world that is beautiful, definitely a lot of heart here. I was really drawn to green as well. I brought some jade. So I'm going to tell you the last card here, though, was the Six of Coins. So this is stable. This is where I also felt like a reunion for some of you. It's not the Six of Cups, but it's the Six of Coins. But this is also restoring balance. This is knowing that you are abundant. And this is also living in that true, beautiful truth. Not, I heard not living a lie, but that's also just because you're being you. And if, again, I want to stress this, if there's people in your world who really drain you and deplete your soul may be calling you to a new lesson, to rise up and above that bullshit, my friends, because nobody deserves that. Under here was, I can see the Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Wands. You have a decision, right? And this it means changing the way we think. And that's not always easy, but it means, what I heard is, it's vital that you stay on track with this and you keep, they're fully loaded. But that's not a gun or alcohol reference. That is your cup. Keep your cup fully loaded. And do what you need to do that. Read a book that makes you smile. Take a walk. Make a cup of tea. Eat a meal that's good for you. Six of Cups. Here we go. There's reunion. With yourself, this could be a soulmate energy as well. The bottom, there's Five of Swords. Doesn't really matter, though. It could be someone you're at odds with, and the Hermit in the reverse. You may not be speaking to this particular person. You may not have met this person, or this Five of Swords has nothing to do with it. Queen of Wands I just opened up to, and that is the counterpart of the King of Wands. So for some of you guys, if you've gone through struggles and lessons with people, see the reasons rather than holding grudges. See things for the lessons that they were, and see how it feels right now. Like, if it feels right now, don't hold on to the past and what things were. You want to create something that's new. And the Three of Wands here is sometimes about waiting, but she's not waiting with a worry that her ships won't come in. She knows they're coming. She's just waiting patiently. And until then, she's focusing on herself and shining her own light. For many of you as well, as I heard, is get out and see the sunsets. They're beautiful and they will change your world. So, I'm going to bring a message here from the Past Life Oracle and what lesson is being learned here. 2, you have health and knighthood, and hilariously, I've shuffled these, but these two as well came out in Aquarius. So for some of you, you may have an Aquarius in your life. This may be in your chart as well. Something could have happened or is happening in the time of Aquarius. your health for some of you as well, I feel like it's really important to keep your immune system up. If you're feeling lethargic and stuff like that, if depression as well has really got you down, if you're feeling low energy, it may be really hard to do those self-love things to get your ass outside, right? Sorry, but to get out for a walk every day. But you know what? When we force ourselves to do those hard things, usually we appreciate it, right? And this is about having some respect for ourselves as well. And give yourself a pat on the back today. If you did something that was hard you didn't want to do, but it made you feel better. Knighthood as well. Some of you may be those fixers. You may have a real affinity to helping people, to being the brave one, and to sheltering the weak, my friends. And there is a wonderful, beautiful quality in that. This I heard as well as do that for yourself. Be chivalrous with yourself. Respect and honor yourself, my friend. But it is also to me is like you're a very honorable person, and there could be something within this that this honor has held through lifetimes and lifetimes. And if your honor and your duty to protect other people is taking a toll on your life and on your health, my friends, this is a point where we really need to remember that it is important to put ourselves first. It's not selfish. It's important because if you don't take care of yourself, you will not be able to stand up for nobody. The top of the deck here is Unrequited Love. I want to take the bottom of the deck, and Orphan and Angels Fell Down. Oh, Angels did not fall down. Angels was under it. We have authority figures that came out of here. I kind of wish I left all these ones there. But Unrequited Love, this could be some of those things where, again, earlier on in the reading I was talking about, we may have encountered a situation where we felt hurt, felt someone didn't love us, felt someone didn't care for us because they acted a certain way or they said a certain thing, but it was hella triggered. Right? And then after you realize, like, that didn't mean they didn't give a shit. It just meant that I was triggered. Yeah. I think that's some of the things we're going to let go of. Authority figures, Orphan. For some of you, you may have lost a parent. You may have lost both parents. You may have felt like you had to do everything alone, even though you had parents. There may be something or some part of your little person self, your child self, that childhood trauma that felt abandoned, that felt alone. And there's a place where, especially for those of us who have felt unloved, it kind of goes hand in hand, right? Authority figures here, I heard, like, for some of you, the lessons could be things that you're going through with the law. For others of you, I'm actually going to take the book message on that, okay? Authority. So I opened to health and was drawn to a point where it says, your relationship to health and healing is influenced by other lifetimes. You may be suffering from a physical problem that was afflicted upon you during your last life. Perhaps you reincarnated so quickly that you didn't have time to heal with the underlying issues. Your physical health has caused you hardship, yet it has also taught you a deeper level of compassion than you could have learned in a healthy body. You've developed skills that can benefit others. In fact, you already know that you're a healer. This knowledge was acquired in previous lifetimes when you performed healings for others. Back then, your earthly needs were likely taken care of by the community, so you may struggle with the idea of charging money for healing work in this life. It's helpful to know that in this current Western society, everyone must charge for their work, including those who provide spiritually based services. For some of you, that could be this as well, this authority figure. This could be spiritual leaders as well, even though it's not there. Authority figures. Okay. In your previous and current lifetimes, you followed rules that were set down by authority figures, such as your parents and teachers. You may have also encountered intimidating or even cruel authority figures in the past. Perhaps you found yourself in the presence of those who were power-hungry or abusive. These situations could lead you to fear authority figures and succumb to their will in the present. While it's normal to sometimes be intimidated by powerful individuals, fearing authority figures can lead to unhealthy passivity. For example, you may feel pressured to bow to another's rules without standing up for your rights, or you may develop conflict phobias. in which you negate your own needs in order to avoid arguments and disharmony. In some cases, this can lead to a form of depression called learned helplessness, in which you don't even try to improve your life. To heal this situation, you find your self-love and self-esteem and see yourself as being whole and healed. Oftentimes, just remembering past life details will lead to a clearing and healing. I actually have a book by, I think it's Brian Weiss, on past life, like healing past life traumas and stuff, and there is a script in there that you can read. I actually haven't done it because I just haven't recorded it either. So, but I'm thinking for any of you guys, if that's something that you would like to do, this suggestion, I will go ahead and record the reading of the, it's just like a transcript of what he would have given his patients, and in his book he gives it to them, so I'll give him full credit for it, but I'll put a video up if you want to see that, okay? And I'll find a way to link it into this description if I can. So it says, while it's normal to be intimidated, yes, okay, to heal this situation, fill yourself right with self-love, self-esteem, and know that even sometimes just remembering this can lead to healing. Sometimes it's little things. For some of you guys too, it's like if whatever you read, if you're really, really drawn to one thing or another, for me it's like Nazi Germany, World War II. You know, there's things where sometimes there's little triggers of, you know, you could have had a past life and not known it, okay? So if things click with you, they may click with you. I'm hearing you may get like this sepia color dreams. Could be past life as well, things that are messages coming through different realms and dimensions, or they could even be angel messages, so pay attention. High Priestess is here as well, so this is listening to your heart, listening to your own inner wisdom. So I want to move on with the self-love oracle right now, and I want to leave you with, this is the self-love oracle. Actually, one message here first from the energy oracle on helping energies to help you move through this, whatever this lesson is right now, is heartbreak. That's your helping energy. We've all gone through them before though, and we lived and we survived, and it made us stronger. And I think that's what's important here to remember, is that if we're learning these lessons from heartbreak, yin and yang, this is about centering and balancing ourselves. And again, what's important about learning the lessons from heartbreak is to remember it's not our worth in question. We're worthy, but we need to find the balance within us to make us feel that way. So I heard, like right now, for some of you may want to try and become a little Zen master, or just try and find more balance. And that could be where Buddha in Asia came from as well earlier. So one message more, please, helping energy, before I move on, Spirit. Thank you. And they get anxiety here as well. For many of you, if you get anxiety, just take some time. Slow down. Breathe in, breathe out. You know, situations can be scary, they can seem overwhelming. Sometimes we just don't know what to do, so we end up dreading these situations. And I think here's where it's so important throughout this situation with the heartache, whatever is happening, we may have real anxiety because we don't know what's going to happen next. It's unknown. Try and keep yourself cool and calm, see both sides of the situation, keep yourself centered, and remember there's always a space in between. There's always more than two sides to the situation, and hindsight's 20/20, there's always more to be seen. So underneath this is the thinking moment. If thinking is giving yourself anxiety, this may be really important. I heard Reiki for crown chakra as well, but what may be important is to try and stop thinking. I know it's easier said than done. I'm a Gemini and I overthink like nobody's business. But that's where all that overthinking creates such anxiety that you're not really becoming the master of your own world. So don't overthink. If you can't control the situation, if you can't control the outcome, don't allow it to control your world. So there's a few things that with this anxiety, what I'm hearing is take a few minutes and ground yourself. Take your shoes off, you know, feel your feet cold on the floor, warm on the floor, pay attention to the smells, but really feel yourself. Pretend that your feet are little tree branches and they're rooting out. Take breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Do 5 of those. See if it helps. other of you, it may be there's a situation that's causing you anxiety and hurt. You really need to think about how you're going to move forward and what would be most fitting for you. So I have this, right away. Their soul lesson was here. Is that the only thing that flipped? Yep. Soul lesson, truth, and throat chakra. It's a really important thing. We're seeing the truth. Some of us are speaking the truth, but we're seeing the underlying and the inner lying truth of whatever's happened, whatever you're going through. I feel like a lot of truth is going to come through. Whatever hopelessness and despair as well, if you've experienced that, I feel like the truth is that's reach out. If you feel hopeless and you feel despair, chances are other people have been where you've been. It's not to be a dick about this, but in this whole huge world, we all like to think, right, that we're so individual. There's no one like me, there's no one like you, but we all go through experiences that in some way or another are similar. And you know what? Some of those deep, dark monsters we hide in our closet, we think are so bad and we hold ourselves so guilty and accountable for. You talk to someone else and they're like, no. And set your mind at ease. It takes different ways of thinking, and that overthinking can make us feel all kinds of ways. And my friends, if you've had any kind of emotional abuse in your world, or if you felt like neglect from parenting, or, unrequited love, the things that came up with the lessons, it's time now to see that, again, it wasn't your worth at question. And sometimes the people that treat us the worst, it's not that we deserved that, it's that there's something wrong. They are hurt. They're flawed. We're all flawed. But we don't deserve that treatment. So I think there's a lot of things here. Oh, it says silent sounds. Listen, this jellyfish. Just move. For some of you, you may want to look up the jellyfish, see what that means to you. But speak the truth. And when the truth is spoken to you, be willing to accept it. Keep your radars open if you feel like someone's not speaking the truth to you, but don't let lies and deceit break your heart and ruin who you are. If other people have acted that way, this is the point where we pull ourselves up, we ground ourselves, we see the truth in our beauty, and with a truthful F you, we walk away from those people. I love you all. I hope this resonated. I don't want to get too dark. They want me to show you the top here, which is nobility, right? Oh my gosh, I was going to leave and I gotta read this to you. So, soul lesson, nobility. Sorry guys for it being so long, but I'll hold it up to you. It says, this card comes to guide you to command your field, clear your aura, and surround yourself with resounding love. When your aura is clear of subconscious garbage and filled with the highest virtues, you attract positively charged energy. Your aura is your home. You live in it your whole life, and those who come close to you share your space. Your aura provides protection against disease and negative environmental influences while also projecting your intentions into the world. A powerful 8th chakra is noble like gold, automatically deflecting and filtering negative influences and radiating magnetic vibrancy. Your aura can be kept clean and enriching, comforting, nurturing, powerful, and inspiring. Those in your company will feel these positive energies coming from you. Your aura can become weak if we behave in a diminished way, and also become vulnerable to viruses and the negative, aggressive attitudes of others. So if you are feeling when you're around other people as well, this could be a truth for some of you as well, especially empaths. If you feel like when you're around other people that you're absorbing or you're getting like angry for no reason, this could be like you need to surround yourself again, get this positive aura going, so cleanse it out, because you may be susceptible to psychic attack or even just people around you. If you have neighbors that live close and you may not even understand at first it's not you, right? Because you're feeling this, but it's somebody else may be feeling this around you. So the soul lesson is here is nobility, and I heard like it's important, like nobody's an island, but being an island energetically, putting that aura around, but other people feel this, right? So knowing as well that when you are around someone that maybe you get all tense and you feel yucky around, your energy travels. So make that energy a positive experience as well for all involved, and as well to keep yourself healthy, keep yourself feeling sane as well. Get your butt out and take a walk. Love yous all. Bye, guys.